My name is Clark Kent, and Superman stole my girlfriend. It sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Like the setup to some late-night sketch comedy routine. But I promise you, it's not a joke. It's my life. Lois and I, we were good. Really good. We met at the Daily Planet. Two reporters chasing down stories. Our competitive spirits sparking something more. We just clicked. Our dates were the stuff of regular life, elevated by the shared excitement we found in each other's company. A night at the circus, laughing at the clowns and marveling at the acrobats. Lazy afternoons on a cruise ship, the sun warming our faces as we talked for hours. Even those whirlwind trips to the Caribbean felt grounded, real, because she was there. And then there were the expeditions with my dad. He always liked Lois, saw her sharp mind and adventurous spirit. Those trips, digging for fossils or exploring some forgotten cave, felt like building blocks for a future where I'd slip a ring onto her finger and she'd say yes. A future Superman ripped away. At first it seemed like coincidence. Lois would get into some kind of trouble, and right on cue, Superman would appear. A bank heist? Superman. Swooping in like a god from the sky. A runaway train? You guessed it. He was always there, saving the day, saving her. The world saw him as a hero. But I started to see something else, something darker. It was like he was watching her, stalking her.
Are you all right?
Hey!
I swear on a couple of occasions I saw him coming out of the closet in our office late at night and a telephone booth across the street while Lois was at my place. I gotta tell you, that dude was creepy as they come, creepier than a clown in spandex. And the rescues? They started to feel staged, too convenient. A gut feeling, cold and unwelcome, told me that these accidents weren't accidents at all, that he was orchestrating them, putting her in danger just so he could play the hero. Boy, I have to tell you, the media ate it up, of course. He only ever gave interviews to her. He made it seem like she was the only person on Earth who mattered. And then, there was the incident with a Superman fanboy. One evening, after a long day at the planet, Lois told me she was heading to a charity event and she'd be late. I went home, alone. But just as I turned on the TV, there was a breaking news report. Some fan of Superman had decided to dress up in a costume. Some poor, misguided soul who thought it would be funny to dress up like Superman, a prank for Lois. He thought it was funny. Superman didn't think it was funny. That guy didn't know the possessiveness that burned behind those laser eyes. Superman didn't laugh. He threw the poor guy off a 57-story building. I watched in horror as he caught the guy just moments before he hit the ground, just close enough to break every bone in his body without actually killing him. That's when I knew this wasn't a hero. This was a monster. And then came the ultimatum. Superman proposed and she refused. She had chosen me, a puny human being. He gave her an ultimatum. Choose him or he would destroy the planet. And he didn't mean the Daily Planet. He meant everything. Lois, frightened, stood in front of him and said, no. That's when he snapped. And in the blink of an eye, he was already heading toward the horizon. Then came the destruction. A few hours later, the news came in. The destruction wasn't just in one city. It wasn't just a small act of revenge. He didn't target buildings or military installations. No. Superman picked an entire country. He chose New Utopia. He decimated most of the island country. The poor citizens of that island nation. I saw the news reports, the horrifying images of devastation, the sheer senseless destruction. It wasn't enough that he just leveled buildings. No, that alien Superman had a sick sense of humor, hopping from the ruins of one building to another while humming some alien tune. He was gleeful. He enjoyed it like he enjoyed hurting people. Our brightest minds on Earth scrambled. We recruited the best scientists and engineers on the planet. Governments convened in secret, desperate for an answer. Fighter jets were launched. He destroyed them. We deployed an army of robots on him. He went through them like they were made out of paper. Laser cannons fired, harmlessly bouncing off his skin. Someone, somewhere, remembered the stories, the whispers of a weakness. Kryptonite. We found it, or at least a version of it. We deployed it. It slowed him, made him roar in pain, but it didn't stop him. It just made him angrier. He hunted down our scientists and killed them. He incarcerated some of them in his fortress for God knows what. We didn't want to imagine what kind of torture he had in mind for them. Some even committed suicide instead of being captured. Nothing we tried worked. Nothing even fazed him. Planes, lasers, missiles, even kryptonite, all useless against his power. He was invincible, and the world watched as this so-called hero tore everything apart. Our bridges, he put thousands in darkness as he destroyed our grid. And Lois, she hid. Of course she did, disguised herself, trying to protect herself from the monster she once thought was a hero. But that didn't stop him from seeking her out. He then issued a decree that the citizens of Earth should seek out and find Lois Lane and bring her to him, and he would spare our planet. That's when some turncoats decided to hunt Lois to turn her over to that sick alien. Lois, God bless her brave heart, couldn't bear it anymore. Hiding wouldn't work. Fighting was futile. At the end, Lois did the unthinkable. She came out willingly, surrendered herself, said it was the only way to save us, to save Earth. It was sick, it was twisted, but it wasn't over, not by a long shot. He took her to Washington just like that, declared her his first lady, proclaimed himself the ruler of the world. The world watched, paralyzed, as a monster took control. And me? I'm just here, watching, waiting. I can't go anywhere without looking over my shoulder, wondering if today's the day he'll swoop down from the sky, pluck me from the ground, and end my life just like he ended so many others. Like that man in the Superman costume. Only I won't get a second chance. My name is Clark Kent, and Superman stole my girlfriend. And I'm terrified he's not done taking things from me.